Hi guys, hope you all are doing well. Today something a little different I wanted to talk about is dreams. And the only reason that I want to talk about this is because I believe that God still gives people dreams. And I say this because me in particular, I can only speak for myself, but I have had dreams years ago, and now I see things from my dreams years ago. I'll give you a for instance. About 2014, I had a dream, and in this dream, I was walking into a, I guess kind of like a laboratory. Everything was white, everything in there, and there was beds lined up, lots and lots of beds, and on these beds there was these robots. They were completely white. It was like they were still being worked on. And in my dream, no words was spoken in my dream. I just remember walking in and there was people with me. And I remember as we're walking to where these beds are, there was one of these robot things. They had no face yet. Like I said, they was still being worked on. So it was just a solid white. It had the face, the shape of a face, the outward face, the outline of a face. It had a head and everything, just no face, no eyes, nose, mouth, that kind of thing. But like I said, it was like they were still being worked on. And as I start walking past this one, it just turns its whole head to where it's facing me, like it's looking at me, but it has no eyes. And I remember I got startled and I woke up. But as I woke up, I heard the word war. Okay? No idea what that meant. Just kind of blew it off as something I ate or something, But then I started writing these things down because I just felt the need to write them down. And Pete actually had found where these robots are being made, military robots. And so, that can't be a coincidence, because certain dreams, I can remember every detail of these dreams, every detail. So I'm using this video as a recording of the dreams that I've wrote down. Some of them, because some's like buried in my tons of notebooks here. But I'll show you what I started to do. I got me a calendar, a desk calendar, and as you can tell, I started writing down things. And so I'm using this as a record just in case any of these happen to come true, because I could tell you like the dream of the robots and everything, but then you can easily say, well, of course she could say that now that it's happening. So there's no point in even writing something down, like this right here, this dream right here. Now, if this was to come true tomorrow, even though I have it wrote down, you could easily say, well, she just wrote that down anytime. Well, for the last year, I have wrote down all these on the calendars, dreams, words that I've heard, different things. So I'm using this video as an account to when and what these dreams was about. So I'm not saying my dreams mean anything. They could not mean a thing, just not mean anything, just a crazy wild dream. But if they do, I'm using this video as an account of when these dreams happen. Okay? So, let me try to get a little order to them here. Because I tear them off and then I just stick them underneath everything else. So I started doing this. The first one I saved was October 2020. I don't know, it may be backwards for you all. But I will show you this. October 2020. That's my calendar for October 2020. Okay. And it says on the 22nd, it's when I actually started writing on the calendar, everything. I heard this is that, and I had the dream of the mark of the beast. Okay. In this dream that I had, I was walking into what was like a courthouse. And there was a big line. And it's like we had to walk through these metal detectors. Is what it looked like. Everybody had to walk through a metal detector. And as these people are walking through, the light turns green, they go on, they pass through this room and go through this door, and I don't know where they go from there. But we're in this line, and then it gets to me, and the light turns red, and this alarm-like thing goes off. And to my left, these army men come through this door, and they hold me down and everything. And there's a patch on my hand. And I've always thought of the mark of the beast as being a tattoo on my hand or forehead. In this dream, it was a patch, and they ripped this off, and it has like these little wire things. Now remember, God's going to show you things that you can relate to in your mind, okay? And then they start putting this tattoo on me. And I start saying, no, I don't want no tattoo. I don't want no tattoo. And they just start laughing at me and everything, and I wake up. Okay, keep this dream in mind. Because I heard the words, this is that. And the tattoo, the patch is the tattoo, in other words, okay? Keep that in mind, because I had a dream recently that has something to do with that also. But we'll get to that later. All right. And then I have, for the 30th, I had a dream of a large storm, like a hurricane. This hurricane was in the Gulf Coast, and it was huge. It was like covering the whole Gulf Coast, okay? And it was a very short dream. It was just this huge hurricane in the Gulf. And ironically enough, now this is October 2020. Ironically enough, I did get teased because of a huge hurricane that did hit in Louisiana, who its name was Ida. So I did get teased a little bit about that. Okay. Things that I've heard. I heard in the month of October of 2020. Remember last time. I'm coming. Watch for the signs. Antichrist. What has to be removed before the Antichrist is revealed? God's Spirit. And this is that. Okay, that takes me to November. November 2020. Here is my jotting downs on the calendar for November of 2020. On November 4th, storm starts. Don't know what that means. November 26th, it is time. Do not be afraid, only believe. Give thanks to God. Shown on the 27th, shown the word shalom. Had no idea what that meant, so I had to look it up. I don't know if you could see that right there. But I looked it up, and that is a holding place. That's the grave. Okay? I actually wrote it down here, what the definitions are. Okay? I was shown the word shalom at 4:30 a.m. on November 27th. The English meaning is a place where sea, river, or body of water is shallow, a sandbank. But the Jewish definition is sin, judgment, a place of darkness, silence, which the spirit descends at death, the grave. Hebrew word is grave. Okay, so I heard before winter, the hour is late, it is time. Mark chapter 5 verse 36, do not be afraid, only believe. It is time. And that was on November 26th of 2020. And that's all on that one. Now, get me, I don't always hear things you'll see. Here I do go months without hearing anything or anything. Here's December of 2020. My calendar for December. Okay. December 6th, do not be afraid, only believe. December 13th, soon, suddenly. December 18th, Isaiah 56. Still not sure what that means. I mean, I can read it. December 22nd, glory will fail within 1 year. And that's interesting because, in my opinion, the glory of the United States has failed. And we did get a new president January of 2021. And this is December of 2020. All right, glory will fail within 1 year. December 26th, hard times are ahead. Those who endure till the end shall be saved. And I could say we've hit hard times. December 30th, the fallen ones are here. December 21st, a major event. I had circled it and I just put question marks. No idea. Let's see. Here I had put, here on my calendar, this was just some thoughts, nothing I heard, okay? I put December 2019 to January 2020. COVID starts worldwide. March 2020, shutdowns happen, at least here in the state that I'm in. April of 2020, I heard read Esther. The book of Esther talks of the bride, which I really, after studying Esther, I really believe that it has something to do with rapture. I haven't put it together yet, but if you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments, okay? But in the book of Esther, it does say there was 12 months to prepare. King comes for the bride in Tebeth, the month of Tebeth. December 21st to 2020 to January 16th, 2021 is the December 21st of 2020 to January 16th of 2021 is the month of Tebeth. At least it was for that year. So, but no rapture happened. Like I said, it was just my thoughts. Okay. January 2021. My calendar for January. I hope it's not showing up backwards. Okay. January 1st. It's in the DNA. Just as the days of Noah. I heard this. Okay. January 5th. Dream of a tidal wave. Tidal wave. Suddenly, without warning, kids being trampled. In that dream, it was me and my husband. Well, the dream starts, it looks like a hotel room, and I'm playing with this little baby, this little girl. And I'm like playing around with her, and she's on my lap, and I'm in a recliner, and the recliner tips back, and we fall on the floor, and we're just laughing. And my daughter Carly, she comes in because apparently she had a room next to me or something. And then the scene changed completely, and it's me, my husband, and my daughter Carly. And we're like, it looked like the fire department where we live, but we was like standing upstairs on this balcony, like outside. And we see these people walking down the road, and they have buckets on their head. No idea what it means. I'm not a dream interpreter or anything. But I even said in my dream, I wonder why they have buckets on their heads. And across the road from us, up on the mountain, way up on the top of the mountain. Now, we do live in the mountains. Our mountains are pretty high. But on top of the mountain, straight in front of us, there's like these new buildings, kind of like a shopping center would look like, and we could see the buildings and stuff. And on the mountain behind us, there's this old, rundown building, rusted and stuff. And there was actually people going up to that old rusted building and trying to get the door open to it. And it was like one of these pull to the side doors. And then I see this huge, had to be a monstrous wave, because it come over the mountains. I live in the Appalachian Mountains. Come over the mountains and over the buildings that was on the top of the mountain in front of us. And we start running to this old building that's on the mountain behind us. And we get to it, and my husband tells the man, make sure you close the door, because all these people are running to this old rusty building, right? And my husband says, make sure you close the door and everything. And it's like a crowd of people and everybody running up the steps to get to the top of this building. And eventually I lose my husband. And as we're running up the steps, me and my daughter, who is an adult, she's in her 20s, we see kids getting trampled. And it's one of the things you don't want to remember from a dream. But, okay. And I end up losing my daughter. And I end up in the top of the building. And it's just me and this little girl that looked to be maybe 6 or 7 years old. And the water is like up to close to us, but it's like I knew we were safe, you know, that it wasn't going to get no higher. And the little girl just looks at me and says, I hope I have good fruit. She said, because I know I can't make it if I don't have good fruit, or I know I'm supposed to have good fruit. And then I woke up. But that was that dream on January of 2021, on the 5th. Some dreams is not as good as others. Okay. On January 7th, I heard time in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. January 15th, time is here, remnant will remain. Isaiah 56:1. January 2021, on the 21st, dispensation over, ending in judgment. On January 25th of 2021, I had another dream about a flood. Flood coming, dams break, do not go nowhere. Do not go where they evacuate to. Stay on the ark. In this dream, me and my husband was walking through a neighborhood, and everyone's talking about this flood. It's like, I don't know if the dam was going to break or it was some kind of planned flooding, but the stores were open, but they were going to close early so everybody could evacuate or leave. And we see this man in this neighborhood, and he's mowing the lawn, which is really strange. And we went over to talk to him to tell him what was going on. And then the scene changed, and we're in this house with a bunch of people, and everybody's talking, and they're talking about an evacuation. And I hear, don't go where they're, don't go. Talking about the evacuation, don't go where they're telling you to. And then I woke up. Then I heard the words, stay on the ark. So, that was that dream. Alright, here again is January of 2021. I'm finally the king of my own castle. From a castle. Sorry, my TV kicked on. Okay, February 2021. My calendar. Oh, I marked birthdays on here too, so sorry. On the 5th, time is ticking. Soon I will be there. And on the 23rd, time is up. And that was 2021, February. Not much on that one. March. There's only one thing on March besides 2 birthdays. And this is a dream. March of 2021, on the 18th. I dreamed me and Connie. Connie is my neighbor. She lives way up there. And we were outside talking. Outside of my house right here. Talking in the yard. And it's kind of a dingy day. we don't get much sun here where I live anyway. So, but it was kind of maybe a wintry like that. I don't want to say winterly. Maybe a fall, because we don't get any sun at all. Very, very, very little sun in the fall and winter months. But was outside talking, and Connie points up to the sky, and I look up toward the sun, and oddly enough, it was in the north. That's the north. That way is north of me. And I look up toward the sun, and I see another sun-like object and two smaller ones. And one looked like the sun. It was the same color as the sun and everything, like a yellow color. And the other one was a red, and the other one was blue. So I only describe, it kind of looked like these little balls, like kind of like a planet would look. You know, those round like the sun, but they wasn't as big as the sun. But they were around the sun. And there was 3. Okay, and you know, we're just looking at this, and then I turn and I look down my driveway, and I have a really long driveway. And there's a man standing at the end of my driveway in a suit. And he's just standing there. But then this totally black creature-like thing, had wings and everything, just grabs him and swoops him up and flies off with him. And that startled me and Connie, who was out in our yard, and we run in the house, and the door slams behind us, but we didn't slam the door. And we kind of just look at each other and said, "Who shut the door?" And then I woke up. So that was that dream. Kind of weird, kind of all over the place, some of my dreams. April 2021, pretty blank. Except for on the 28th, darkness comes, Isaiah 26:20. It's the only thing on April. And for some reason, I don't know what happened to May. Must have not been anything in May. Hang on. Well, I don't know what happened to May. June. June, pretty blank except for this right here. It says, on the 18th, "Peace, my child, I come soon. No one will know, but soon." July of 2021, nothing. Except for at the bottom here on the 25th, it says 2 a.m. Woke up to the words Matthew 24, answers. Matthew, something in the book of Matthew. So that's all for July of 2021. I told you I can go months and not really, or years and not really have anything. Here is August. On August 10th, last year. This is the last year. Don't know what that means. On the 13th, I'm troubled in my spirit. I feel I must warn people to repent. That was just a note of mine. On the 28th was kind of a short dream. I dreamed, well, first let me let you know, I'd been praying for a rapture dream. And I asked the Lord, would I be raptured or be left behind? Because this was really bugging me in my spirit, because I see all these people posting rapture dreams upon rapture dreams, and people talking about almost every day having dreams, and then I felt that there was something wrong with me. First, I want to let you know there is nothing wrong with you. You can go without having the first dream at all from God. There is nothing wrong with you. And if you have Jesus Christ in your heart, truly in your heart, you do not have to have a rapture dream to know that you're going to heaven. You're going, okay? You're going as long as you invited Jesus into your heart, you've confessed your sins, you've turned from your sins, which is the true word to repent, okay? So, but me, myself, at this time, I had been so upset because I always heard of these people having rapture dreams, and I wasn't having any rapture dreams, so I thought, well, if I don't have a rapture dream, I'm going to be left behind. That's not the case. But to get back to my dream here, I mean, I was really tore up in my spirit. This dream, I felt like God answered my cries, because it was cries to him, okay? And it was really short. And in this dream, I was sitting here in my living room, actually over there. I was sitting over there on my couch, and my door was open. And if you know anything about us, we, when the weather is nice outside, we open our door up. We keep our door open. So my door was open, so it had to be nice outside. And, you know, you could see sunlight, so it had to be around summertime. But in this dream, I was sitting at the end of my couch, and this big, huge hand, it was like this, a hand, but it was a cloud, like a cloud in the shape of a hand, comes through my door and grabs me off of the couch and swifts me up, right up to a cloud. And when I get to the cloud, there's a man there, and I just know it was Jesus. I couldn't see his face, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt it was Jesus. And he said, "Why do you doubt?" I won't doubt no more. And I'm telling you right now, don't doubt. If you have Jesus in your heart, you don't have to have a rapture dream, okay? And then I woke up back at home, sadly. Then I was crying, why do I have to wake up? Okay. All right, this is September 2021. Got a lot of scribbles and stuff on this one. Not all of these are dreams or anything, but September 1st. It's coming. Be prepared. Stay alert. September 4th. Only believe. Luke 5:23. September 13th. Trust what I say, my child. Be not deceived. Why do you doubt my words? December 21st. I come quickly. You shall see. September 23rd. I never said the road would be easy. Matthew 8:18 through 22. Who is true to me? Endure till the end. And I wrote right here, I must bury my father, commonly used figure of speech, meaning let me wait until I receive my inheritance. Let the world, spiritually dead, take care of the mundane things. Mundane means of this earthly world rather than the heavenly or spiritual one. So let the things of the world take care of the things of the world. And you look after the things of God. October 2021. October 6th. The door to heaven is open. I come soon. October 27th. Dream of a map. Most states on fire. Few was not. In this dream, I was driving down the road, and me and there's several other people in the car with me. But my husband was driving, and we're driving down this road, and every place we go to, it seems like there's roadblocks and everything. So I pull out this map, and I have this map, and I'm looking at it, and it's a map of the United States. And on this map, almost every state was on fire, and you couldn't even see the state. You can barely make out the outlines of the states, but almost every state, it was like covered in fire. There was a few places, I guess, safe that you could go to. But that was that dream. October 30th. The storm is coming, fire and brimstone. Warn my people. Be ready. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to warn everybody, just in case. Okay, November of last year, 2021. I hope I haven't bored you all and put you to sleep by now. November 15th. Stress, the fruits of the Spirit. Encouragement. Race almost over. I come quickly. And for anyone who don't know, the fruits of the Spirit, and I wrote it on here, is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. You have to have good fruit. And if you remember the dream I had, I think it was March, I think. That's what the little girl said. You have to have good fruit. Encouragement as you see the day approach. The race is almost over. I come quickly. That was November. December 2021. Dream of two moons. In this dream, they were sectioning off areas. They were calling them zones. There was roadblocks. You couldn't go from one area to another. You had to stay in that one area that you was in. You could not go in or out of buildings unless you was scanned. Then the scene totally changed, and I'm sitting at home looking out the door, and there's two moons. Two moons are seen in the sky, one bigger than the other, both rotating. You can actually see them rotating, going around. The smaller one was moving faster than the bigger one. And then scene changes again, and I'm outside, and there's something brown in the bushes. and I'm with my husband, and I'm seeing myself like in a third person, because I'm seeing myself and my husband standing in the yard, but I'm seeing it from behind this creature that's in the bushes. It's maybe fall time, what it looks like. Could possibly be early spring. But Albert says it's just a unicorn. Whatever the creature was, he says it's just a unicorn, and I woke up. But the last part of that dream is really weird because I'm behind this creature-like thing. I can only see the back part of it, and it wasn't no unicorn. But I can only see the back part of it. And I see myself and my husband in my yard looking toward this creature. And my husband says it's just a unicorn, and I woke up. That was that one. January of this year. This gets interesting. Don't know if you see that. This one's kind of light. Sorry, my calendar's kind of light. The new one, anyway. Okay. Remember the first dream that I told you about? Back in... Here. Right here. The mark of the beast. Back in October of 2020. Remember I told you that I heard the words, "this is that." And they was pulling this patch off my arm, off my hand. It had like little wires sticking out. And they was trying to put a tattoo on. And I was yelling, I don't want no tattoo or anything. And I heard, "this is that." In my mind, I felt that God was telling me the patch is that. The tattoo. In my mind that I was thinking, tattoo, mark of the beast. Okay? And I know I'm probably going to get criticized for this, but I don't care. Because it's more important to warn people. And I feel that's what God wants me to do. So I'm telling you, this dream, January 22nd, I had a dream. Quantum dot. People chasing us, hiding out in homes, people killing people. And I wrote the dream here too. Hope you can see that. Hope you can see that. Let me go like this. Let me make it darker. Okay. I get criticized all the time because I know, I feel in my heart that God tells me things and shows me things, and nobody listens. I get laughed at and mocked. But I want this to be a record of it, just in case. Just in case. Okay. In this dream, it starts out, me and my husband were running down this dirt road. And I hear the word quantum dot. Had no idea what quantum dot is. Don't even know why I heard it as I'm running down this road. But there's like people chasing us. And we're running down this road. And we're trying to find a place to hide. We found this house. And there's people that come and go. And as people come, we hide because we don't know who's good and who's not. We end up with this small child with us that I guess had wandered there. She was by herself, a little girl. So it was kind of helping her and hiding her and things. Okay, some people, the good people that come, they end up hiding there with us and everything, and we try to help each other out and everything. Eventually, these bad people find us. There's 3 soldiers with us. The good guys. I guess what you could say. But these bad people that come, we're trying to hide, but they're like finding us and everything. And they end up having us all lined up outside of this house. There was also kids with the bad people. And there was this little boy. Now mind you, these kids that's with these bad people, they have guns. And they're helping kill other people. But there's this one young boy in my dream, like no more than 8, maybe 9. And he's telling these people, stop, wait, that's my sister. So apparently the little girl that was with us was his sister. And nobody was listening to him, and they just continue shooting people down the line. And we're at the very end, but they continue shooting people, and he's trying to get these people to stop, and they won't listen. So the boy, he ends up turning and shooting the bad guys. Shooting at the bad guys. And he keeps yelling, that's my sister, that's my sister. Meaning the little girl that was with us, he didn't want killed, that was his sister. And as he turns his gun toward the bad guys and pulls the trigger and starts shooting, I wake up. But I get up at morning and I look up quantum dot. I encourage you to look it up too. I won't tell you what it means. But please, remember the 2 dreams that I told you. Patch. This is that. Quantum dot. But I can't believe this video's already went almost 50 minutes. I'm so sorry, guys. I know you all like short videos. But that's just my calendars. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you like this video. If you want me to dig out all my dreams in my plentiful notebooks, somewhere I have a whole notebook of dreams. Let me know in the comments. I know I'm going to get backlash from this. I know I will. I'm preparing myself mentally. I know it's going to happen. But I feel in my heart, and I've even heard on one of these calendars, one of these, warn my people. Take it as you will. Do what you want with it. I just feel my hands are clean now. Okay. I have no problem standing alone. I was just telling Christine today, Noah must have been pretty lonely because nobody listened to him, and he preached for 120 years. Nobody listened. He must have been heartbroken. But I love you guys, and I'm sorry that it's so long. And if you want me to go through my notebooks of dreams, let me know in the comments. join me on the disciple server. And I love you guys. And if I don't see you in the next video, I hope to see you in heaven. Bye, guys.